you paid the price to play rock and roll. You'd get run out of town or pushed over a cliff. The corporate world, when they figured out what it was and how to use it, they snuffed the breath out of it. It's $1 billion business. It used to be, they were very much afraid, you know, like hide your daughters, that sort of thing. Elvis, Little Richard, Chuck Berry, they all struck fear into the heart. It's all been neutralized. Nothing threatening, nothing magical, nothing challenging.
Bonsoir. Comme toujours, Vieux Bob a raison. Ce qui est devenu le rock en ce début 86 est pas beau à voir. Il suffit pour s'en persuader de jeter un coup d'œil sur les charts. À quelques exceptions près, c'est Desolation Row. Ici, à Londres, où Sakai, Bronski Beat, Wham et les Pet Shop Boys squattent les premières places. Autrement dit, la pop standardisée des garçons coiffeurs, encore eux, ou bien des garçons qui passent leur vie chez le coiffeur, continue à triompher sauvagement. Petites paroles idiotes, musique de supermarché, funk mou, ersatz de Tamla Motown, tout ça ronronne gentiment. Sauf quand surgit un groupe qui se met à latter joyeusement ce panier de sucreries. Un groupe comme les Pogues, qui sont pas beaux à voir non plus, mais drôlement marrants à regarder. D'ailleurs, regardez.
Times and a place to learn more. He said the songs and songs, the man who had the horn. They all are very happy in the morning. But Jimmy didn't like his voice and his words. For the album member, some has actually had so many parts. Just as to say the grieving of the people in the blue. He took the road for goodness in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain. And we kissed him as we came on the train. And we sang him a song. The time's long gone, and all we knew that we were sailing again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So I may bear a whiskey, cause I'm going far away. Far away! To think I'll be returning when I can. To the greatest little boozer at the sunny Macmillan. The years are by the times that change, I grew to be a man. I learned to love the virtues of this sunny Macmillan. I took the chairs and drank the beers and crawled back home at dawn. And ended up a barman in the morning. I the pump and took the hump and wood and whiskey down. I took the moves and horses through the mill, drank the brown. I heard the sight of Jimmy's making money far away. Some people left for heaven without warning. We walked into the station in the rain. We kissed them as we put them on the train. And we sang them a song. The time's long gone, all we knew that we'd be singing again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer and whiskey, cause I'm going far away. I like to think I'll be returning when I can. To the greatest little boozer at the sunny Macmillan. When Jimmy came back home, he was surprised they were gone. He asked me all the details of the train that I went on. Some people there scared to come, but Jimmy drank until he choked. Took the road for heaven in the morning. We walked into the station in the right. We kissed him as we put him on the train. And we sang him a song. The time's long gone, all we knew that we were singing again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer and whiskey, cause I'm going far away. Far away! To think I'll be returning when I can. To the greatest little boozer at the sunny Macmillan.
On célèbre l'Irlande pour sa beauté, pour l'union totale de la terre et de l'eau, de la lumière et de l'air, de tous les éléments qui, à leur manière, ont façonné ce qui l'habite. Les Irlandais aiment la vie avec intensité et accueillent à bras ouverts les visiteurs venus du reste du monde. Ceux-ci ont d'ailleurs vite fait de tomber sous le charme du pays. Et il en est un sentiment si puissant de liberté, de relativité du temps et d'espace que beaucoup n'ont plus qu'une idée, revenir en Irlande.
Et pourtant, depuis plusieurs générations, les Irlandais s'embarquaient sur la mer, irlandaises elles-mêmes, pour venir chercher du boulot en Angleterre. Ils débarquaient sans un rond, on leur donnait des pelles et des pioches, et on les envoyait sur les grands chantiers du pays, à creuser les canaux, les routes et bien sûr les chemins de fer. À Londres, on les tassait dans les quartiers sinistres de Kilburn, Cricklewood et Camden Town, près des grandes gares du nord de Londres, comme celle de King's Cross, par exemple.
Pour Shane McGowan, irlandais de la deuxième génération vivant en Angleterre, l'aventure commence en 76 avec les Sex Pistols. On voit son nom dans un ou deux groupes punk jusqu'en 1980. On le voit se faire tabasser la tronche dans les concerts de Clash, jusqu'à ce que l'idée germe en lui de rejouer la musique qui a bercé son enfance, c'est-à-dire le folklore irlandais. Une musique qu'il jouera de la seule manière qu'il connaisse, avec rage et sauvagerie. Cette combinaison bizarre voit le jour à Londres, où l'on parle pour la première fois du London Irish Style, c'est-à-dire une combinaison des styles londoniens et irlandais. Shane nous explique tout ça.
I mean, the Irish thing is just because, like, three members of the band at that time were, like, you know, from Irish families and knew a few songs and all that. And everybody in the band liked that sort of stuff, and, like, you could hear it anywhere. Like, I mean, it wasn't like you don't have to be Irish to know Irish music if you live in London, you know what I mean, or from an Irish family or whatever, you know. And it was just an idea that somebody, you know, we just had this idea and we tried it, you know. And the next thing we bloody knew, we had to think of a name. Then the problem started.
How did you find the name, by the way?
Well, it's an obvious name to think of if you just... It was just a name sort of on the spur of a moment because we had our first gig the next day. And we hadn't thought of a name yet. Or we had thought of millions, but he hadn't agreed on one. So I just said, stuff it, call it Pogues, you know. Which means kiss my ass. And I think it was Spider's idea. It definitely wasn't my idea.
People in London said your music shouldn't be quoted as Irish music, but as London Irish music.
Well, it isn't either, you know, it's a mixture of loads of different things, you know, I mean, there's a big rock element in it, you know, there's a lot of rock and roll and punk sort of, there's all sorts of stuff in there, you know, but, yeah, I mean, it isn't people who've been, it isn't people playing it, I mean, there is, now, right, there is one person in the band who's like, you know, a pretty good sort of traditional musician, you know, quite a famous one, you know, if you're into Irish traditional music, you know what I mean? But generally we're just people who just played instruments, you know, and like, so in that sense, yeah, I mean, it isn't that it's London Irish or anything like that, it's just that it's, people playing something on a very basic level, you know, which can be taken to a really, you know, high level, you know, like people like the Chieftains are, you know, incredibly, you know, technically gifted musicians, you know, and that. But what we were going for from the start was the balls and the, whatever you call it, the feel, you know what I mean? And because there's something in the group, it works somehow, you know, the feel, you get chemistry, whatever you call it, you know.
So you think that's only one more label, to be honest?
Yeah, there's millions of labels. I mean, you can toss them around all afternoon, but I mean, none of them, they're just labels, you know. You know what I mean?
dirty old town. Smoky wind, dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm gonna make me a picture box, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old Dutch tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town.
En plein milieu des docks de Londres, au bord de la Tamise et à l'endroit précis où l'on pendait les pirates au XVIIIe siècle, c'est là que se trouve l'Elephant Studios, où les Pogues sont en train d'enregistrer leur prochain 45 tours, produit une fois de plus par Elvis Costello. Venez avec moi, on va voir comment ça se passe.
I'll say adieu to your eyes as blue as the water in the bay, and a big Jim toward a man of war who is often heard to say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA.
You're staying on the B flat too long there.
Yeah, nice thing.
It's one bomb.
It's the rest of our band. We always do this. And engineers and flight.
Then the rundown. Hang on, there's a bit of a chaos. There's a load of people just around.
Hello, French people. How are you?
Yeah.
The devil moon took me through the alley, down by the cardinal and centrally, to the mews running through the back streets, where the black silver and sleep. The devil moon took me out of Soho, up to Canada where the cold winds blow, with the long by winter shower, to stand beside your shining tower. This could be a very last chance, and this could be a final dance. Just the sound of your voice, wherever I may be, changes everything, and then the world's alright with me. The way that you walk, the way that you talk.
What did you like in the band? I mean, there are something special at the moment on the English scene, their attitude, the music they play.
Well, the music is a mixture of all kinds of music that are really good. They play them with the right degree of ability and the right degree of irreverence, and it's original. It's not they're not pretending to be playing brand new music that you know, that's completely invented. It's got respect for tradition, but it's using it. And Shane's a really good songwriter, so they're just using all the different influences and the light and their kind of abilities as players and interest in music. Just like all kind of rock, it's a rock and roll band in one sense of the word. That's all rock and roll ever was. It was just a mixture of music, and this is a mixture of folk and punk and all those things. But you start sticking labels on it, takes all the fun out of it, takes all the joy out of it. It's just good music.
Is it hard to produce this kind of sound?
No. People got the have a misapprehension that the band can't play. The band can play really well. They just you know, they don't seem to care about showing off in a pointless way the way so many bands do, and they don't play what are now conventional sounds. The conventional sounds of today are electronic keyboards and regimented drum beats of drum machines. They've got human beings playing the instruments, which is something of a novelty. So means that they've got a great degree of humanity, and so it's not hard to play. It's just capturing the especially good moment that they can do, because it's a lot of the excitement is to do with the kind of rapport they have with their audience. And of course, in the studio, they don't have an audience. It's just trying to get that same kind of intensity that they can get on stage and get it on a piece of tape. You know?
Okay, the last thing is just a favor. Tell me the right way to pronounce the name. It's Pogues?
Pogues. I don't know how the right way to pronounce it in French, but Pogues, I'd say. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay.
Et les Pogues, donc, on en parle sérieusement pour la première fois vers la fin 84, avec un premier album déjanté où ils braillent des vieux airs traditionnels irlandais comme ce Waxy's Dargle, mais à leur manière. Et leur manière fait craquer le monde du rock.
Shane, I know it belongs to the kind of Irish tradition, but I'd like to know why you're into drinking that much. I mean, you think about it, you drink in everyday life.
Well, I'm not particularly into drinking. No, well, I am, yeah. Well, I like a drink, you know, I mean. It's only part of the, you know, it isn't part of the Irish tradition. It's a social thing, you know. It's a more of a. In England, it's something you sweep under the carpet a bit more. In Ireland, it's more open. You know, nobody, you know, anybody can understand you wanting a drink. You know, anytime you particularly want one. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. You know. But me personally, like I used to drink a lot, but I don't drink that much anymore. Well, I don't drink spirits anymore, for instance.
Yeah. And can you drink before you play on stage, for example?
Yeah.
It's not something that puts you down and...
Depends how much you have, you know, but I mean, like, I try and... well, you don't have to, I mean, a civilised drink. A couple of bottles of whatever, you know, before you go on is all right, you know, all right.
You said a couple of bottles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Of wine, you know, something like that, you know, with your meal.
It seems that the audience you get during your concert is a very mixed audience. You've got as well people, rockabilly people, folk people, you've got skinheads, you've got everyone. And just a very few bands can do that. Speaking of bands like ZZ Top, who kind of reunite people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's just a question of, like, what's that, as it's sort of honesty or sincerity or something like that, you know, and people can recognise that. And if you're fairly good as well, and you've got, I suppose that's what it is. I don't really know, you know. But yeah, I mean, like, some bands, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we do have a mixed audience. I mean, there's a lot of people who are pissed off, you know, with their own particular brackets of music, whatever they're into, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What is the best thing you could imagine for the Pogues? Something like your songs being played in clubs and pubs long after the band is gone?
After the music's gone, eh? Well, I mean, that would be nice, but it wouldn't do me any good. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, I'd rather have it now.
Okay, the last one is just a detail, but originally the name of the band was Pogue Mahoney, right?
Pogue Mahoney.
Yeah, which meant Kiss My Ass.
Kiss My Ass, yeah.
And you left Mahoney. Does that mean that your name now is Kiss?
Nah, not really. The Kisses, yeah, it's the Kisses. And that's the sort of group we are.
Vous en avez eu un aperçu au cours de l'émission et Shane McGowan vous l'a répété, ce qui a fait et fait la force des Pogues, c'est la scène. Une scène où ils passent le plus clair de leur temps, même quand eux ne le sont pas. Clair. Ouf, ouf, ouf. Plus de 300 concerts et aussi 2 tentatives en vidéo. La première, Dirty Old Town, vous l'avez vue et revue en France. Et la deuxième, A Pair of Brown Eyes, inédite, fut purement et simplement bannie par la BBC comme au bon vieux temps, pour la raison suivante. Et pour revenir au concert, c'est ici, au Mean Fiddler, dans le quartier d'Harlesden à Londres, que nous nous sommes retrouvés avec Shane et ses potes. La Guinness coulait à flot et les Pogues avaient décidé de faire l'enfer. Regardez et écoutez, le son est mixé par Elvis Costello en personne pour les enfants du rock.
Britches I put on to work upon the railway, I'm weary of the railway, her paddy works on the railway. 1842 so much of the time working on the railway. I was wearing car but taking Dutch's fun, such as dodging the inside. I was working on the railway. 1943, I broke my shoulder and cussing and went to work with a company in a lazy Sammy railway. I was wearing car but taking Dutch's fun, such as dodging the inside. I was working on the railway. In 1944, I landed on the Liverpool shore. My belly was empty, my hands were raw, with working on the railway. the railway. I sucked my guts on the railway. Poor Paddy works on the railway. 1845 and Daniel Connolly's alive. Daniel Connolly's alive, working on the railway. I was wearing car engines, digging Dutchess, putting such as Dutchess, Dutchess. I was working on the railway. 1846 I changed and carrying breast, and carrying breast. I'm working on the railway. I was wearing car engines, digging Dutchess, putting such as Dutchess, Dutchess. I was working on the railway. In 1947, poor Paddy was thinking of going to heaven. The old bugger was thinking of going to heaven to work upon the railway, the fucking railway. The sex away, death of the railway. Poor Paddy works on the railway. I was wearing hard brushes, taking Dutchess, potting such as Dutchess, Dutchess. I was working on the railway. Sitting on a drink, I make me one cider to wake and hard to think. We're going smart stations to have their own to hell. Kick a bloody murder in the town we love so well. Gone shrines, metropolis. But there are streets of King's Cross and the doors of the SCA. Gone shrines, metropolis. We check the wrestlers, cook the shit. Going Brussels, lovely food words, the Hammer Society shores, the Sky Cannon Palace, plus worry all our boys, the Schleswig's up in Whitehall, Crazy JLC, well we done off bastards and we're starting BBC, God, trans much up on anyway! We're marrying house and take up with the Sky Stars and time, God, trans much up on anyway! We'll check the wrestlers, kick the shit, we're going Shrines, much up color. But sorry, ducks the summer's time, I came alright. I've gone shrines, much up color. Watch out, the wrestlers kick the shit. This town has done a story, this town has been a story. Been here for a long time, we'll bear till we die. We'll finish up the labels of bloody